Dirty Dom just got done dirty in Boston, baby. John Cena walked in the TD Garden like it was a Denny's at 3 a.m. and ordered himself a Grand Slam. And over in AEW Blood and Guts, Darby Allin jumped off a frozen Mount Everest through a burning table. It's time to turn up the heat, pour some gasoline on a fire, and piss off these sickos. Jesse, ring the bell.
You are now listening to the Ringside Renaissance Wrestling Podcast.
And we're back for another episode of Ringside Renaissance. And we're here with the RRW Weekly Review for WWE Monday Night Raw, Smackdown, AEW Blood and Guts. Ugh. I don't know. Make sure you like, share, and hit that subscribe button right now, because we are, as seen on Netflix, Busted Open Approved, and the original bad boys of the wrestling podcast world. And I'm here with the best co-host, the best tag team partner, the best friend in the world, very deadly Jesse. Yeah. Woo. And I'm Andrew Kombat Jones. Woo. Yeah.
Wow.
Back again.
What an introduction, man. I appreciate you so much. I don't know. Anytime. All right. I'll have to do it after I get done love making. I need you to, or actually beforehand, I need you to announce me to the bed.
Okay.
Standing at 5.5 inches from Redford, New York.
Yes.
What a great week. Like Kombat Jones have said, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you to everybody that's been kind of following along with us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. We've been having a lot of fun with this, calling out all the nonsense and the bullshit that's in the IWC.
All the AEW sickos that just won't leave us alone with their fake profile pictures that claim that I'm still a virgin. Well,
which might be true.
You're
it might
right.
be true.
God damn.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't know. You might think Kombat Jones is a virgin, but those bumps on his pay say different. But now, appreciate that so
Complex
much.
Jones, let the dogs out, baby.
I'm so glad we
Every
finally
night.
figured out what that song meant.
Perfect now. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, SmackDown was SmackDown. We're heading to WarGames here. It's November 22nd, right? I believe it's WarGames.
Yeah, something like that.
You know, we're
29.
2.5 weeks away from WarGames, and we're just now getting an announcement, and only a few members announced of each team. But we've been talking about this in SummerSlam, about exactly how they're going to build WarGames, what's exactly going to happen at WarGames, the feuds, and then it just seems like there was no build. It was kind of just like, I mean, you know, there's a couple of weeks to do something, but we thought there was going to be something epic and outdone. I mean, at this point, honestly, with what they're doing right now, I might have been more excited for the MFTs versus the Why It Sucks, and I really hate to say that.
Lord.
But at least there was something there. At least
You're
there's
wrong
like
on both aspects. You're wrong. You're double wrong.
Okay.
Because if you would go on the IWC and on X,
Okay.
they would already tell you that Blood and Guts is already, you know, that the better than sign, you know,
Okay,
already
that's what that is.
better than Survivor Series. Yeah.
Okay.
War Games, as William Regal would call it. And Survivor Series 2026 has been announced at the United Center in Chicago, Illinois.
Okay.
Yeah. And another
Thought you were gonna-
special announcement. Kombat Jones secured tickets to Saturday night main event in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. January 24th,
Okay.
where CM Punk is scheduled and on the flyer that he will be there, which is exactly 1 week before the WWE Royal Rumble in Riyadh.
And it's 2 weeks after your birthday. Happy birthday, Combat Jones. But
Thank you.
you said secure tickets to Saturday night's main event. I thought Washington D.C. You really had me. You really had me going there for a second. I said, "Oh shit." I really thought that you were going to say that Survivor Series was announced for Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. But
it wouldn't be surprised. We'll save that for the year after. They won't be able to do the WrestleMania and Royal Rumble there again the following year, so they'll leave it for the other PLEs. It'll be SummerSlam and Survivor Series.
Yeah, it's a different kind of surviving over in Saudi Arabia. But Guts is already better than WarGames.
Damage.
Yeah.
I would have to agree that Blood and Guts is better than WarGames right now because WarGames hasn't happened yet. But if you want to look at it from a wrestling point of view, and I thought AEW was a wrestling show, I don't think there was one wrestling move besides the ankle lock Kyle O'Reilly put on Jon Moxley at the end of Blood and Guts. It was all just gimmicks and fire and glass and nails.
Fire and ice. A tale of fire and ice.
Everything they went through in Blood and Guts just for Jon Moxley to tap out to an ankle lock. Like, how does anybody not see that just doesn't make sense? Like, he's literally dragged across broken glass, bleeding from his head, all this stuff's going on, but boy, oh boy, his ankle just can't handle that pain. Like,
and then Darby getting taken out, which, okay, so I'm going to play devil's advocate here because I know you hated Blood and Guts. I will say I enjoyed it for a few reasons, and one was that, like, halfway through, I got through it, and I watched the whole thing. Not to mention, I didn't fast forward any bit like I do with, AEW.
A lot of AEW,
with Dynamite or Collision or something. But halfway through, I'm like, holy shit! I'm not watching a pay-per-view. I'm watching this shit on TV for free, and I'm like, oh, this is a lot of blood for TV, and this is a lot going on for TV from normally what they do put on. Now, like, we were joking that it was going to be in like a school gym or something. And it did look like very full, but when you look up like statistics of like where it was held, it's in a very small Coliseum type of arena. So I don't think like the nosebleeds were filled up. I think, it was under 10,000 people there or something like that, or 9, 7, 8,000, something like that. But it looked full how they did have it. But the women's was kind of like a shit show, to say the least. They were just bleeding all over the place, but I thought the Sky Blue, bleeding was crazy, and like the whole match, and like it. What I appreciate it for is it's like completely opposite of what I watch on Raw and SmackDown, and what you're normally used to see. You know what I'm saying? Once in a while, you gotta get a little bit of that blood and guts. Once in a while, you gotta get a little dirty. And you gotta get something a little risque. And you need something to kind of mess with your mind and your mental and shake things up a little bit. And that's what's good about AEW now, at least, is that like they're not trying to be WWE. Like at first I felt like they were trying to be that and just trying to be a better version of that. Now they're kind of just like, nope, we're staying in our lane. We're going to do blood and guts. We're going to bleed all the time. We're going to be completely different to a certain extent. And besides using 2 cages like WarGames, and doing it better,
and taking the national title from NWA, and and all of your top stars being former WWE talent. I got you. I'm figuring they're different.
But I think I like the women's better than the men's. I popped at the end when at least Moxley did tap out. I was happy that Darby didn't take another L, even though I wish all the people that Darby went up against would take the bumps that he takes half the time. The poor guy, but I respect him for that, for putting his body through it for the entertainment purposes. He's always a good watch. It's just different. It was something different to see. It held my attention. I was entertained. I thought it was kind of not ridiculous at times, obviously, with just them you know, everybody was in the corner blading themselves, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
at one point, and there was like one or two people that didn't bleed the whole time, and they must they must have felt like so embarrassed when they went and back to like take their pictures. They're like, oh, you're the one chick or the one guy that actually didn't bleed the whole match. Like,
I'd be embarrassed
what
if I
are
was
you?
bleeding.
What are you,
Yeah,
a wimp? You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Well, you said that the arena
Yeah.
wasn't big enough for nosebleeds, but they had enough blood in the ring. They don't need nosebleed sections. Like, but like I just at a certain point when like the whole thing was Sky Blue, and I'm not gonna try to point her out or whatever, or single her
Yeah.
out or whatever. But like they're like, oh my god, did you see how much she was bleeding? It's like,
Yeah.
ooh, wow, she took a blade deeper to her head than everybody else. Like that's real wrestling. Like there's like that
Yeah.
doesn't impress me. Like it's like, oh wow, but she's still wrestling. Even yeah, she fucked up her gig and then had to keep wrestling through it. Like that's not impressive to me. Like that's like it is what
It
it is. Now
always
when
it
McIntyre,
always yeah, sorry. It always gets to a point at some point, especially with like the people that you're not used to seeing blade themselves or bleed that much. Like at what point is somebody going to freeze up in the ring and be like, this is too much. I'm not used to doing this. I've never done this before. This is a lot of blood. You got to take me out, you know, and freaks out from the blood, you know, because they're not all used to doing death matches.
I'm
All
sure
these
they
women
are.
and all these, maybe on the indies they did and stuff, but possibly, or you know, maybe they practice it and do
Yeah,
it.
Tony Khan probably pays them to do it in his bedroom while he beats off.
Right.
So they probably got a little bit of they probably got a
And
little bit of practice.
what an array, a table of belts Mercedes Monet has.
So corny. I hate when you say online like nobody knows what half these belts are. Then you have that one fool that sits there and obviously had to Google what everyone is and like, well, this is the super featherweight high-end championship out from Scotland. Don't you know what that is? No, I don't know what that is because I don't
No.
watch indie promotions in Scotland. I'm sorry. Like,
Other than me seeing the clip of her like beat the person and get the belt, I have no idea where it's from or what it is.
I have no idea where the half of them are from anyway.
No, I don't know. Yeah.
It's got like a Netherlands World Women's Championship. Like, okay.
And it's just sad that we're getting to the point where we imagine she's obviously going to get the AEW's women's title next, right? And that'll complete the set, right? Because why would she not at this point? She got it. So just get the damn belt and get it over with. Because the sooner you get the belt, then you can start losing all these. And the whole point of getting all these belts is you're supposed to be putting over all these other companies to a certain extent. And at some point, she will have to, like I mentioned, she would have to lose all these belts again sooner or later, and put over somebody in each of one of those companies, which isn't a bad thing. No. That's good. That's good. That's good for their promotion. I'm not sure what it does for AEW's promotion. Technically, you know what I'm saying?
I gotta say, shout out to Mercedes Monet though, because this is the longest stretch of time I think in her whole career that she hasn't sustained an injury. So, hey, you got to at least give her that for some sort of props.
Night. Yeah, I don't know if she was one of the ones bleeding last night either. Was she? No.
Well, maybe not from her head. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
What,
yeah.
Don't know what cycles are, but man, do you want to keep discussing this more? Or can we just move on, man? The last thing I want to bring up about AEW is that they mentioned
Page is stupid with announcing a cage match while you already have two cages in the ring.
Yeah, a double ring cage match 5-on-5 called Blood and Guts, and you're going to announce that you're going to have a 1-on-1 cage match in a single ring at the pay-per-view. It kind of takes away from the excitement of that.
I'll show some love though, real quick for Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. He's there. We're in South Carolina or whatever. Yeah, he was there, and we love FTR and Stokely Hathaway. He's funny when he does his thing, and we knew what was gonna happen to old Ricky, unfortunately, and so. But it was cool to see Ricky. Yeah.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, man, he probably would have been the biggest star in the world if he actually wanted to be. But man, oh man. Moving along, man. Let's talk about something I want to talk about. I gotta say, SmackDown last week. As of this recording, SmackDown is tonight as of the release of this episode, I believe. So that's really exciting. And make sure you like, share, and subscribe before you go watch SmackDown tonight. But last week, I really enjoyed Cody Rhodes and Aleister Black. Like, I know it's whatever. There's a lot of stuff. People say a lot of things about Aleister Black and everything else and whatever. And, you know, not jumping ship, but coming over to WWE and he hasn't been pushed right and everything else. But to me, when I saw them interact in the ring and then later had their match, like, it was so fresh. It was something. It was a new opponent for Cody. It was something different. It was a new face around the title. It was somebody that they do have a history, even though it might have crossed promotions. And it actually had me intrigued. Like, thank goodness it's not Drew McIntyre again or the same old song and dance. Will he, won't he with Randy Orton again? You know, it's something different. And I was, that excited me enough to like care about the match just because it was different. Not to think that Aleister Black would have ever won, but it's something different for the title.
Yeah, and we know Drew got suspended, so that's kind of what it was. But I'm sure they'll go back to that. Randy Orton, you know, I'm sure they'll go back to that. That's still unfinished. But Aleister Black and Cody is different. It's something we hadn't saw. We didn't get it in AEW. The timing wasn't right. Cody was gone before that. But Aleister
No, they
Black,
were in AEW.
Oh, they were together at the same time.
Yeah, I believe that's the one that Cody tried putting through the flaming table, right?
Oh, maybe, yeah, okay. Maybe it was near the end there. Okay. Oh, yeah. So, you know, for the junk and for the misfortune that we don't like of Karrion Kross not being in the WWE, and we feel like Aleister Black and Zelina Vega's kind of took his place and Scarlett's place, still got to love Aleister Black. And I like Zelina Vega being with him and this whole thing that they're doing regardless. You know, I've always been an Aleister Black fan. He's one of like those hard hitters. You can tell he's actually like a real striker in real life, like a real fighter. And that comes off in the ring great, you know, obviously with the black mask, but him and Cody, man, yeah, it's a different look from what we've seen. And then I like how Aleister Black, you know, he's been paired up with other people, especially in AEW, and now how he's by himself. And I think it was with other guys with tag teams or groups or whatever. And now we have him with a woman, which we haven't seen the whole time, even in NXT. I believe he was just by himself the whole time. So, and Zelina Vega, his wife too. So, you know, maybe they are throwing shots at Karrion Kross. Regardless, Scarlett, it doesn't matter. But it works. It works for them. Zelina Vega is good. She can do the thing like that and play the heel and get in people's heads and disturb stuff, you know. So,
yeah, stir things up in Combat Jones' pants. I got you.
Yeah.
But I just want to point that out, that I really thought that was something different. And even if they went for a longer program with Cody Rhodes and Aleister Black, I wouldn't hate it. Like, I really think that that's something new and exciting. And Aleister Black can hold himself together in the ring. And I think him and Cody could put on a really good match that would just be, I don't know. As much as I like Drew McIntyre, it's like, it's getting old. You know what? Put the title on him or move on from him. It's like the same old song and dance. And we're just going to get Drew McIntyre and Cody again when he gets back from his suspension and everything else. But like, something different is not, like, it's not bad, you know? So I was really excited to see it. I got to ask you something too, real quick, because when I was watching SmackDown, it made me think of it. What's your favorite current finisher in pro wrestling across all promotions, whatever? Your favorite current finisher can't be the go to sleep, you fucking mark.
Damn it. Yeah. Oh my God. I was like,
Pardon my lewdness. I got a boner for that.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say. My favorite finisher besides the go to sleep. Ooh, that's a hard one.
That's what she said.
Oh no.
I got to tell you, the reason why I thought about this is because during the United States Open Challenge, the H-bomb is my favorite finisher, bro.
Is it?
It is. It's just so to the point. Like, you see all these fancy finishers of like the crossroads and they spin around, or like all of these fancy fucking finishers that they got. And the H-bomb's just so to the point. Like, I'm just going to just finish you off and pin you. Like, I don't know what it is. To me, it makes it believable. It's like, you know, like you have a lot of finishers, they have to set up for you to do it like this. And it seems like cooperation sometimes, but that H-bomb is just like, I'm just going to knock you the fuck out and pin you.
I'm thinking about it. My favorite finisher right now in wrestling is Leon Slater 540 Swanton Bomb. Swanton 540.
I'm glad you came up with that off the dome and didn't have to think about it. So,
I like Logan Paul's finisher, but we don't see that much. It is different. It is different. It is interesting. But I will go with you with the H bomb.
It just seems like just so legit to me. Like it's like a legit finisher. It's not like.
And he could do it to anybody too.
Yeah,
he could do that move to anybody. Like it could be the Big Show. He could do it to almost. Like bring almost back. Bring almost back. Yeah.
We want Omos. Let's start a hashtag. We want Omos. If we see you out there, you're in the drawing for a Ringside Renaissance T-shirt. If you hashtag, we want Omos.
No Omos.
Yeah, no Omos. Yo, I'm so glad Jade became heel again too, because not only does she seem more believable as a heel.
Oh, Jade.
Yeah. Not only. Not only does she seem more believable as a heel, not only does she seem more threatening, intimidating, the darker clothes, the presence, everything else.
Yeah.
Her aura around her. Everything about her. But on top of everything else with that is that she can say she's that bitch again. Like, man, I've missed that. I missed that so much.
Yeah.
I missed that so much. And I was like, when I heard her say on SmackDown, I said, oh boy, it brings me back to the AEW days.
Oh, yeah.
What up, biatch?
Yeah. Yeah, she just comes out, no nonsense. She just walks out, puts everybody on notice, says, I'm that bitch. Gets back out of there. That's how you do it.
That's it. She doesn't need a long presentation. She doesn't need long promos. She doesn't need long matches. Her presence speaks for itself. Please, for the love of God, don't be doing all that extra stuff. Just put her in the ring, let her do her thing, squash people, get over it. Bianca Belair comes back, dethrones her, we move on.
Yep.
Like, sounds very good to me. What else seemed pointless on SmackDown is the Women's United States Championship run of Julia, man. And like, we're big fans of Julia. We've watched her. We think she's great in the ring. Like, awesome technician, presence. Obviously, there's a language barrier there and stuff. But like, at the end of the day, like, that United States title reign just absolutely sucked. And I was like, so bad booking. And people are saying, oh, well, she just doesn't have it yet. She definitely has it. It's just the booking was just terrible around it, So.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's exactly what it was. Well, we've seen Stephanie Vaquer and Julia come in basically at the same time in NXT and take off and go in these directions and be called up pretty much at the same time.
And what Becky Lynch is doing with the women's IC title over on Raw is just phenomenal right now. Everything she did with Lyra Valkyria and then now going on to the whole Maxine Dupree thing and her breakdowns and everything else. She's been having such a good run with the mid-card. Hate calling it the mid-card women's title on Raw, but that's what it is. That it's almost like, in comparison, Julia's run just looked that much worse because it just wasn't featured and just there wasn't a good storyline to it. But shout out to Chelsea Green for her second title reign, right? As United States Women's Champion.
She won it first, I believe.
Yep,
right?
that's right.
She was
that's
the winner on Saturday night main event. Yeah. So.
Yep, that's where the Secret Hervis came in. Yeah.
Yep. So Chelsea Green's multiple titles now. Yep.
Now she's with Ethan Page. That's her. Or I thought she was with Matt Cardona.
She's like married to Matt Cardona.
That's right. No, I'm sorry. No offense. I just couldn't remember correctly.
Yeah, they've been called out online though.
No,
because the whole her getting creamed in the face promo backstage with the cake on NXT, her and Ethan Page, and very, very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, I'm sure that's not the first time.
Though. They played into it though. They all played into it, and it was all in fun for all of them. So.
Now, I'm sure that's not the first time Ethan Page has had a cream pie in his face either. So, I mean,
he is Canadian. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but okay.
Wow.
I appreciate that. Yeah. Well, yeah, I got you. I understand I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
Shout out to all our Canadian friends out there. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe.
Exactly.
Now, you planted the seed in pause. You kind of said something to me last week. You dropped it in kind of like a throwaway text message. I don't know if you remember this or not, but you were kind of hinting away at tickets still being available to Raw in Boston at the TD Garden for Monday Night Raw.
Right.
And I was
You
like,
went?
yeah, no.
Oh, you didn't tell me.
No, I would have been more boots on the ground and more active online if I had went.
Okay.
But I was really thinking about going, but then I was like, yeah, it's a long drive out, and then driving all the way back the same night is just kind of a pain in the ass, especially if I brought the kids and whatever. So
our friends from the Drinking Wrestling League went. So props to them. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Shout out to you guys, man. You made it on Netflix. So but after seeing what happened on Raw, I really wish I would have pulled the trigger on that one. Because
Oh, you wish it would have went? I thought you didn't like Raw. I thought you didn't like what happened.
No, so there's the aspects of it I didn't like, okay? But I did like, first of all,
the history of it, just being there and in the moment, you like.
yes.
Since since you don't know your place or where you live, and you don't remember your roots, that you live in New York, and that New York is not part of New England, you identify as a New Englander like you're from Boston. I totally understand.
No, that's not that at all. What are you talking about? Because of the sport, because of the sports teams I root for?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite football team?
I don't have a favorite.
Who's your favorite football team 6 months ago?
The Cowboys.
Yeah, there you go.
Team, baby.
Okay,
it's
not
America's team.
America's in the toilet.
I can root for the New England Patriots now, because Tom Brady's not there,
okay.
and they're winning.
Oh, New Englander. Okay, I got you.
Well, I'm not. I don't identify as that.
Okay. I didn't know we can identify as certain things now. Anyway,
yeah, apparently. I mean,
but
you never know.
The way Raw started out with Triple H in the ring, and he had to give this grandiose kind of.
And a lot of people were really mad.
Really mad. I liked it. I thought it was good. It was a big sign of respect. I thought it was more. I think it was more to me, in my eyes, a sign of respect. And to be honest with you, if you want to pull the curtain back and like my conspiracy theories, and I'm always right. And it's not a conspiracy theory, but I think that John Cena asked Triple H to do that because Triple H, if you know Triple H, he doesn't really do a lot of the on-screen stuff anymore. And he's actually been noted in on record of saying that he doesn't like doing things like that. So
yeah, and people are always saying he's got to interject himself. He's got to continuously put himself over. Like compared to who? Compared to who that used to do it every freaking show and held the championship while they were the owner, Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Like compared to who? Tony Khan that comes out that has a special announcement.
And it's like it's like, you know what? That was the last time that John Cena is going to be wrestling in Massachusetts, and like.
He needed an introduction too.
Yes.
And to go along with the segment, to move it along, how it had to work with the story of what was going to happen.
Yeah.
You couldn't just have John Cena come out.
Yeah.
You needed somebody out there and who better would be.
Yes.
But you could have had, Adam Pearce do it. Yes. But who's more important, obviously?
Yeah. And I think there's a better relationship. And you got to remember, too, on this John Cena farewell tour, and we saw him face all of his old rivals and all this different stuff. Who was a big rival of John Cena's that we are not going to see in a match because of health issues is Triple H. Like, that's probably going to be the last time, unless Saturday night's main event, he comes out at the end. But that's probably the last time those two are going to share a ring together, and like. It was just in a regular segment, but like you have to look at it from that as a performer's perspective, is that like that's what they were looking at it as. Like they got to share a ring together, even if it was just a promo and it wasn't a match, which they probably would have wanted to do if Triple H was up for it, But I didn't hate on that at all. And on top of that, it gave me one of my favorite moments of Dom's run that he's had here, because Dominic Mysterio did come out to the ring and was saying that he's better than John Cena in every era and everything else. But before all that, the greatest thing, I think this is my number one thing that's happened on Raw this year.
Okay.
When Dom Mysterio first came out to the ring, what is the first thing he did? He got in Triple H's face and started cursing at him in Spanish. And I said, oh, man, Triple H, the Trump thumper, and the whole thing about Bad Bunny not being played at the Super Bowl and like all this different stuff and all the different bullshit that goes on with that. And the first thing Dom does is get in his face and just start spewing Spanish at him. And I said, I love it. I thought it was the best.
Yep. And his pants say Sushio on
right.
the back now. Dirty.
That's right.
Yeah.
And now, do you think this sets up? Because I was thinking this now because John Cena's got so they talk back and forth, like you said. Triple H sets up. It's going to be an Intercontinental title match right here, right now.
And Dom did so good too, because Dom came out and it's like he's been getting cheered, but as soon as his music hit, I was like, yes,
like, thank God we're getting Dom and John Cena. Like that's what we've been wanting. That's what we've been talking about, you know. And
he got booed completely. It went back to the booing of where he couldn't even talk. To that point, stood face to face with John Cena and Triple H and didn't even give a shit.
No, dude.
Didn't blink, didn't hesitate for a second.
You know, and Jim Cornette said this the best, and I know we don't like quoting all different podcasts and stuff like that, but Jim Cornette said it best when Dom was first a heel and they would do that. They would just boo over him talking and stuff and like, oh, boo, the hell with you or whatever. But now, except for the exception of Monday Night Raw, which was acceptable because of the hometown hero being in the ring and he was shitting all over the hometown hero. Shout out Vince McMahon. Now, when Dom talks now in the ring, they let him talk and boo after. So, like, he's got the crowd now. Like, Dom has so much control over that crowd and everything he's doing when he's in that ring. And he's got his character has arrogance, but I don't think Dominic Mysterio, the person, has the arrogance. So I think he can differentiate the two to where he gets like just so locked in with his character. And it's just an amazing run he's having right now. And even though the results of this match weren't favorable to him, the run continues. He is just doing so good. Like think about think about where he started first with the Judgment Day or with his dad and looking, green, trying to knock over a ladder on Eddie Guerrero. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, even that.
I was at that match. I was at the match for the custody of Dominic
in Buffalo, New York. That never happened.
That never happened.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We tracked it down. It never happened. Yeah. You liar.
You wonder why we moved to a 2-piece. Okay.
Exactly. Dom's came so far, and it's like it's crazy because think about the people John Cena's been kind of obliterated on the microphone, like Austin Theory and stuff like that. Even Roman Reigns at that time, you know what I'm saying? How long Roman Reigns was in the game and doing all that, and Dom just to come out there and look him in the face and talk all that trash. And same to Triple H, and then for Triple H to flip it back out, I'm like, there's nothing Dom can say at that point. That's his boss. Like Adam Pearce, you could do whatever. Dom, there's nothing you could say. But he came out in his ring gear. He was ready to fight. John Cena looked in a lot better shape than he was at the beginning of the year. He's more like ripped and toned. Yeah.
Which is
I went crazy though. I popped.
I thought the match was good.
The match. Yeah.
The crowd went crazy. And when I said like I would have wanted to be there, it wasn't even for the result. It was for imagine the energy in that crowd. Like that crowd was electric. Like that crowd was so electric. And it was because we had the hometown hero of John Cena, but we had our heel hero in Dominic Mysterio, who in a lot of ways has been like one of the MVPs of WWE this past year because, WWE wrestling in general has a lot of peaks and valleys. And let's just face it, this year in wrestling has been a lot of valleys. But Dominic Mysterio has been one consistent. Like when he's there, he's locked in. And I really appreciate everything Dom's doing. So Dom against John Cena was just like, just lightning in a bottle. They didn't even have to do very much. Like it didn't even have to be overly whatever for it to be an amazing match,
The people that were there said it was louder. They thought it sounded louder than Celtics Game 7.
Ooh.
Like winning the championship or like to that level, like CM Punk in Chicago level. You know what I'm saying? Like Money in the Bank type of atmosphere. It came across, like that on TV too. It was loud. It was crazy.
Yeah.
CM Punk in Montreal loud. Just insane. It, showing, West Newbury, Massachusetts when it started too, showing the camera of that and then showing where he went to high school and showing where he went to college too, leading all into that. And then through the match, I'm thinking like, man, I hope Cena, either I'm thinking it's going to be a disqualification. I'm thinking in my head, what the hell is going to happen here? Because the championship's on the line. I'm like, oh shit. when he announced a championship on the line, it's not just a match. I'm like, oh shit, this shit's real now. You know what I'm saying? Real implications. You know,
the only thing I didn't like about it was the finish, and I understand. I get John Cena had to win in his hometown. He couldn't lose in his hometown. I understand the whole concept of, we wanted to make him a Grand Slam champion before he retired.
Yep.
And people online were like, well, it's not going to hurt Dom, but it's like,
I don't think
kind
it
of
is.
is. It kind of is, man.
I don't think so. See, I love that. Going through the match, I was thinking like, I want John Cena to take the frog splash and kick out at 1 and just like Hulk up and then just squash him, and he kind of did, you know.
But now
he took the splash and just got right up and ate him.
Now that was a thunderous applause. So now, do you think that there's a little thing here that the John Cena's final match is going to be for the Intercontinental title?
Yeah, if he doesn't lose it before then somehow.
Where would he
going
lose
into
it?
Madison.
What does he have?
Garden.
2 more appearances? Three more appearances? He's got Madison
For
Square
some reason,
Garden.
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to be at the Raw at MSG for some reason, but he is. So there's 3 more. Yeah, there's MSG Raw with this Monday. It's his last Raw ever, allegedly. Then we got Survivor Series, and then we got the Saturday Night Main Event.
Oh, he's going to be at Survivor Series. Okay,
where he will fight his opponent of the last time is now tournament.
Yes. Okay.
So that could be on the line for then. Will Dom come into this again somehow with the tournament or for the belt? Because afterwards, backstage, we did get, you know, the congratulations from everybody to John Cena when he won that Grand Slam championship, which Boston deserved because they didn't get his last match at Saturday Night Main Event. And I felt like if anywhere it could have been, it probably should have been in Boston, right?
Agreed.
But Boston deserved it, so I'm not mad at him winning the championship there and getting that Grand Slam there because it made it more memorable and people will remember that forever, you know, at least. And that's what he deserves in his hometown-ish, you know, so it is what it is. And I don't think Dom got hurt by it because Dom's still Dom, and I think Dom's going to get put over somehow by this too in the end. And just being in that level of a match with John Cena, I think they both won. Like, I don't think they both had to, you know, Dom necessarily lost in the situation because I think he's just bigger than ever being able to face Cena and lose that to Cena because that's going to go down in time. People are going to remember what happened and that happened.
Now, do you think that, did you see that when they did little congratulations backstage, a lot of the people that were there are people that are in the tournament? Like, so Sheamus was back there and even Shinsuke Nakamura was back there. And so there's a lot of people that were in the tournament were backstage congratulated him. So I tried looking at that. Yeah, but I tried looking at that and thinking who the mystery person is in the tournament and was it somebody back there? But
there's 2 mystery people we don't know about right now.
Okay.
There's 2 mystery people. But before we got to that, you know, Cody congratulated him. Then Ray, then we see Rey Mysterio there, Dirty Dom's dad, alleged dad, was there and tells him thanks for giving that ass whooping, you know, teaching him a lesson. John says, "Oh, he's a good kid. I hope he learned a lesson, learned something from it." So did that
corny.
go forward into something? Yeah, it was
so
funny.
Corny.
Though. Oh God,
he's a good kid. Ray, he's a good kid.
Yeah, he's a good kid though. I know he called you a deadbeat and screwed up your Thanksgiving, but he's a good kid. I hope
I learned him well. I hope I learned him.
all the bad stuff he's done, he's still a good kid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
sounds like us.
It's fun. Yeah.
So congratulations, John Cena, Grand Slam champion. It's just a formality at this point, so whatever. But
there's two mystery opponents.
Okay.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know who they're gonna be.
So later on in this, we had Rusev defeat Damian Priest and Sheamus defeat Shinsuke Nakamura in their respective matches to move on in the tournament. I don't even know what the brackets look like, to be honest with you. I don't even know if there's a bracket online or if it's just...
We haven't seen brackets unless somebody's made their own. WWE hasn't made an official one that we've seen on programming on Raw or SmackDown. We've only had like,
so it's like
the bingo thing. Yeah.
Yeah, which doesn't make a lot of sense because it's like who's going to face who in the next round then? Like,
I don't know, but I'll tell you when I popped is when they pulled out Javon Evans versus Gunther. When I heard that, I was like, "Oh shit, this is gonna be freaking awesome!" Like,
Yeah, that's gonna be a little bit. Yeah.
yeah.
Now
They were talking about Busted Open. What if Javon Evans somehow gets like a quick 1-2-3? It's like the 1-2-3 kid over Razor Ramon or something like that. If he could somehow get a win over Gunther. But you got Gunther going to the end, so I don't know. You know, Gunther probably going to squash him.
Well, not necessarily, because they had Solo Sikoa got drawn in the other one, and then they pulled the second name. And they said, "Oh, we're going to wait till next week to reveal this one." What if that's Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns is going to be Cena's last opponent, and Solo Sikoa against Roman Reigns in the tournament? You know what I mean? Because
that's a big one.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's got to be somebody big, right, for him to look at it and be like, "Oh, we're gonna wait till next week to reveal this." It can't be like Duke the Dumpster Drosy or anything. Like,
who's the big name for MSG, for Madison Square Garden, for New York City? John Cena's last Raw. Who could it be? You know, people are saying Joe Henry. Can't be Tommy Invincible. Who, like Chris Jericho? That's more of Royal Rumble, I'm thinking, you know, which is looking like it's.
Dude, can I just say Chris Jericho sucks, dude? Like, where is he gonna fit in WWE? That doesn't make any sense to me. I'm not on board with that whatsoever.
I think him and Punk could go. Him and some people.
When are you gonna get these the younger stars over? We're gonna have CM Punk against Jericho. Like, come on, man! Like, get some of these younger kids over. My goodness,
at least Jericho can talk on the mic. He's good at reinventing himself. And I don't know. You should look at. He's been working out again.
Well, I think he's been reinventing himself very well as a stay-at-home dad, and he needs to continue to do that because he's doing very well right now and needs to stay off my TV. I don't really know a lot of people in New York City, man. That's kind of
like, who do you think of? It's like the world's biggest stage. So who would you have be this mystery opponent? You know, like who would be the secret? It's like I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no clue.
Joe Henry could be one of them.
That's what I'm thinking, Joe Henry.
Which makes sense. But is it New York City or is it taking place on the other one? I don't know.
Yeah, because on SmackDown, we have LA Knight versus a mystery opponent, which is later tonight as of the release of this. And then we had The Miz against Jey Uso, and Jey Uso's obviously going to win that match.
That's another one for the tournament? Is Jey Uso versus The Miz? The
Miz, yep.
Okay.
That's the last.
You don't think The Miz could somehow play into this?
They could, but The Miz versus Cena. I think so whoever faces John Cena last is going to be an up and coming star. I don't think it's going to, because John Cena when he came out with his promo, he said his last Saturday night's main event is going to be WWE stars versus future up and coming talent from NXT. So I think in the same vein as that, he wants to have his last match against somebody that's up and coming that he's going to give a chance to. You know who I think that Solo Sikoa is going to face next week? I'm going to lock it in right now. Oba Femi.
Okay, Oba.
That's gonna be big. Oba Femi coming out New York City and making his Raw debut to just go out and squash Solo Sikoa.
Yeah, I like Oba, but I don't know like what the depth is for him for character.
And I think LA Knight's mystery opponent tomorrow night is going to be Ricky Saints.
I was going to say, I think if anybody because a lot of people said Trick Williams, he's lost now twice to Ricky Saints, which was a crazy match. Nonetheless, they were both bleeding, so we can't talk shit about blood. Crazy last man standing match or whatever it was on NXT this past week. But I think if anybody deserves a chance to get in that tournament, you think it would be the NXT champion, not to mention an up-and-comer, you know.
It's got to be some sort of up-and-comer.
Yeah. But, you know, MSG, Raw, Cena's going to be there. We're going to get another impromptu match, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Dom will be able to get his title back, but you think they will give another chance to somebody else that hasn't quite got it, which will it's got to set up for Survivor Series. Whether it's for a match with Cena at Survivor Series or whether it's for him in the WarGames match, Survivor Series.
I don't think that's gonna.
It's got to be one or the other.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna fit. I mean, because they don't
You
want
don't
to
think-
risk. No, because they don't want to risk hurting him before his final match, and like War Games takes a lot out of you. You know what I mean? So I don't think they would risk that because they got so much invested in his final match in Washington D.C. to put him in the War Games match. What if he just got thrown against a chick cage and tore his pec or something like that? You know what I mean? Like that's a big risk to be having.
Too much money.
For his, yeah.
It seems like they could already fill out those teams with other people anyways.
Agreed. Yeah.
For the most part without him, and then they give Cena his own match at Survivor Series, which maybe then he will lose the title at Survivor Series.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's got probably against Dom at Survivor Series. That'd be cool to have a rematch of that. I'm not sure. We'll wait and see. But obviously,
what if Ray goes against Cena and Ray gets the title back, and then Dom gets it back from Ray?
That's awesome.
But we were also expecting a build up for Ray versus Dominic Mysterio at Survivor Series because it's in San Diego. So everybody's kind of been talking about that too. So we don't know how that plays into that. So there's
maybe a triple threat, maybe Ray, Dom, and Cena at Survivor Series in a triple threat for the IC title.
That'd be interesting. Nobody would kind of see that coming either.
And then Dom could just pin Ray and not have to pin Cena, but get the title back.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Even though you kind of want him to pin Cena to get over in a way.
I agree.
Something from it, but
I agree. But that's
who
not how La Sucia works.
The Sucio. Yeah, that's the best. But that's what makes this all great is we don't know what the hell is going to happen. We can't figure it out except some people.
Tune in next week to our predictions episode.
Exactly.
So just going over some other points in Raw because nothing else really kind of stuck out to me besides this. Obviously there's a big point, but like the Kabuki Warriors defeated Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair for the women's tag team titles, which was a surprise to me. But I love the women's tag division right now, so I'm going to kind of just trust the direction of this and just let it be what it is and not be like butthurt about it because I really like Alexa Bliss and Charlotte, which is funny because I do not really like them either one of them as singles competitors, but I like them as a tag team.
It's good. I think they played their part and they held it down for what they were supposed to get it to the next point of for having the Kabuki Warriors be the champions, because that's kind of what they wanted, and they wanted to lead in the War Games for their match, and then they want it for the whole Io Sky stuff with maybe Rhea and Is Rhea and Io Sky future women's tag team champions?
I could see that.
Possibly for a little while. It could be moving towards that, But it's interesting. One thing that I did predict was Nikki Bella turning on Stephanie Vaquer, ripping off that red shirt into the black heel shirt,
and almost
getting serenaded by the Boston crowd. Cena left you.
Oof.
Cena left you.
And
shout out to Boston for that.
Almost botching the title shot to the head. That was really exciting. She's bad at everything she does, man.
She's bad, all right.
I bet. Yeah, I know how you feel. Now, earlier then in the night we had CM Punk. We had CM Punk. Finally, we get to this CM Punk moment when he's out in the ring and he's talking about Logan Paul, and Logan Paul comes out and it took me a tsunami in the middle of that ring for me to finally see the vision.
The vision.
Oh my goodness! And then
kind of
corny.
We kind of seen it coming there. Yeah, I'll give Punk some credit though. He gave him a little bit of heat, said some funny stuff, called him a broccoli-haired millennial. Throwing some shots at the younger crowd. So, I like it.
Having Logan Paul in the vision, like, I don't hate it because it adds some legitimacy to it because Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed are really good and obviously they're the future and whatever, but Logan Paul had that long U.S. title run and he kind of had like those high profile matches that he has had in the past and stuff, and the experience that Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker don't necessarily have on the main roster yet, so I kind of like him in the group, but my God, just have Paul Heyman do the talking. Have Paul Heyman do the talking, bro.
he had to come out and give an explanation or somewhat.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, but at this point, Paul Heyman's got to be the main speaker because what else is he there for then?
Right. Agreed.
But Logan, he's good for that part. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And then for WarGames, they got the three of them. And then, of course, we got Punk, Jay, and Cody Rhodes now backstage. And Punk calling out William Regal, which was on standby for WarGames. So
yeah, it's 3-on-3. So we got 2 more spaces on each side. Or are they just going to do a 3-on-3 war games? Like, I'm interesting to see. I think they got to do 2 more, right? You got Jimmy and Roman that are probably going to fill out Punk's team. So I'm trying to think of who's going to fill out the Vision. Like, I'm trying to think of somebody that's had issues with them or some sort of problem. I was thinking maybe Aleister Black, maybe Drew McIntyre, because wasn't Drew suspended from SmackDown, but not from
yeah, Drew would fit
Raw?
in. I guess Aleister Black would fit in at this point, unless you're bringing in, you know, Brock Lesnar. Some people say maybe Jimmy to split up from Jay. You know.
Yeah, but that's I had.
What
Jimmy
about
on.
LA Knight? What about LA Knight then too? Because they're missing 2 people for each. So.
Yeah, I'm just yeah. I mean, you can look at a lot of different like things with it. Like, I don't think Brock Lesnar would be in it. No. Again, he's too much of a chance for him to get hurt. He's a big money guy. Like,
could he interrupt though and come out at the end though, maybe or something?
He could
because he's you know supposed to be a WrestleMania. He keeps showing up in all the WrestleMania commercials. So.
They could always just throw old reliable in Sami Zayn. You know what I mean? He's not doing anything right now. He's got a history. Jay could call him up. Hey, I need some help right now. Da 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 da. Very quick and easy. CM Punk and him kind of mended bridges in the past, so they could have Sami Zayn. I mean, we got a couple weeks to figure this out. So, but I really don't think it's going to be 3-on-3. It doesn't make sense to me. It's got to be something a little bit more. A little bit of a 2 weeks to have like a recruiting process, you know. And what a way, and I still agree with what you talked about Roman being the one to help Punk up and doing the redemption arc like that at War Games. So I'm all in for Roman being there.
So Roman will be on the team then. We'd expect. So that makes 4. So Jay would be 5. So maybe Jimmy LA Knight on the other side. I don't know. LA Knight kind of has a problem with them though. People have been talking about this Austin. You know,
Theory,
Austin Theory thing this whole time, but I don't know. Maybe he'll come back, and if that's what they're really pushing, and they really see it in him and want to do,
I think
to see. But
I think we'll be getting good luck on your future endeavors, Austin Theory, coming up here soon. Honestly,
same with Grayson Waller.
Yeah, probably.
Because there's not much. He was just playing kind of, you know, extra in the back with the New Day, and what's going on with that now? Not much.
Yeah,
you know, that just kind of fills in. You know, but we do got more stuff coming up because they are going to need people because they did. People were saying they weren't doing any other live shows or house shows, but they did announce they are doing the holiday tour and all that, which is good. So there is going to be house shows because that's a house show. But so you know,
Yeah, I can't wait to see what happens, man. Like I said, we got a couple weeks to build up before War Games. I want to see what's happening with it, and I didn't not necessarily not like wrestling this week. I just think we're in like one of these valleys that we talk about a lot in this. So, So like with all that, it's like I want the action and I want it now, but I don't want people stapling each other's hands in their pockets to get my action. So, it is what it is.
It's different. It's different. You know. Stapling your hands in your pockets for 7,000 people to watch, you know.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, guess what? Dog porn is different too. Doesn't mean I want to watch it. So it is what it is.
Bestiality, baby.
If you're still with us, do us a favor, like, share, and subscribe, and put a comment down in the comment section. Who do you think is going to fill out CM Punk or the Vision's War Games teams? And this is the thing, if you stay to the end of this video and you put in the comments who you think is going to finish out their teams and you message us on X letting us know you did that, you will be entered into the drawing to win a t-shirt from Ringside Renaissance.
That's true. Your choice. And also let us know what's your favorite animal porn.
I like the Zootopia animated one. That was pretty well done.
Yeah, with CM Punk and Roman Reigns as they're teaming up now, acting together. Yeah, voice acting. Yeah.
That's right. Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Yes. Yeah, so a big show in Boston. Nonetheless, Cena did Dirty Dom dirty. Got a little bit of taste of his own medicine. And that will lead us to SmackDown, but most importantly, lead us to the biggest place in the world where the best NBA team, the New York Knicks, play. The best city in the world, the best stage in the world, Madison Square Garden, where John Cena will have his last WWE Monday Night Raw appearance.
In New York.
New York.
Hungry jungle where dreams are made.
New York State of Mind, baby.
Yeah, you go ad-lib me real quick.
New York State of Mind, baby. Nas, baby.
That's it.
Mob Deep, baby. They ain't shook. Yeah, shook ones. They ain't crook.
You know with Nas, man. Those other rappers, he monkey flips him with the funky rhythm, man. Oh,
yeah, Rocky when your face stab your brain with your nose bone.
Ooh. And of course, the king of New York, P. Diddy.
Yeah. P. Diddy. Yeah. Who will be the mystery people showing up? Who will be maybe the person to open up the show? Maybe Stephanie McMahon? You know, I was thinking down the line with this whole John Cena thing. We know that she's going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. What if we find out on that Saturday night main event that they're also going to induct John Cena this year into the Hall of Fame? Maybe that'll be a extra thing to throw on top of it to make it special. I was kind of thinking, you know, what better time than now? The time is now. Yeah, the last time is now, maybe, right? So we'll see. But big show coming up, and then, you know, we're leading into Survivor Series at the end of the month. And that should be interesting, which goes down to the Royal Rumble and everything else, baby. So let's go. Yeah. So make sure you go ahead and hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Yeah, because we are, as seen on Netflix, Busted Open approved, and the bad boys, the original bad boys of the wrestling podcast world. That is the best co-host, the best tag team partner, the best friend in the world, Pretty Deadly Jesse. Very Deadly Jesse. And I am Andrew Kombat Joe. You've been listening to the Ringside Renaissance Wrestling Podcast. And you can kiss our ass.